Well, much to my avail, we have now finished Invisible Cities. And I feel like I finally can say what I think a city is. A city is like having hope. And the way in which this traveler navigates cities is through a mechanism that hope itself contains. It's this idea that you realize that you're not necessarily searching for the solution. It's hope that gives you this idea that there is meaning. And hope is like a soft light. In some ways, it provides things that are satisfactory, but still holds back many things from our mind. And so in this way, we can see something and we don't have to fall for it. But in the moment in which we realize that all hope is this feeling that we really don't have. Hope is a feeling of incompleteness. It's a feeling of something more. And I think that this is a little bit of a different way to look at hope than the normal way in which hope is something that we hope for. But in that is the announcement of what I'm saying, and that hope itself is always saying that there is more. So we realize that hope itself can never satisfy itself, because what hope is will automatically sort of be self-defeating the moment that we understand what true hope is, which is this feeling of there being a certain type of light. I've spoken about different types of lights before in this series here. And, I've spoken about some sort of archaic light, which allows you to, see something in a familiar kind of way, which allows the brightness of the day to not necessarily be too bright in your way. And hope is sort of like this glow. And so I think that the way in which this author has built these cities is that every single city offers hope. And maybe that's all a city is in general anyways, but we realize that we're always missing something. And we all of a sudden form these habits that make us feel as though we know that we'll never be satisfied, or we'll never really be able to find true hope. We'll never really be able to figure out what truly is missing. And we have that idea as soon as we get close to the other idea. So the author sort of spaces these out. So as soon as you commit to one adventure, you don't necessarily have to fall for it. You're already in the midst of formulating sort of something else. And there's obviously a talent to this. It's like the idea that I said yesterday, where, if you're trying to create this idea of connection between 2 points that makes things seem like they matter the most because you were able to hold on to what was the most difficult to hold on to, which is straight nonsense, to reach a conclusion. But again, the defeating part of that theory is that the more that you lead things down this road, the less that you'll be saying at that time, what is important. So how important can ultimately your endpoint be, especially if they keep growing further and further and further apart from each other? And so maybe in that way, we can sort of say that the shortest point is going to contain the finish all the same. And so maybe in some ways we can just say that there will always remain hope.